Hey everyone, it's been a long time since I've done one of these because I've been lazy, but decided to do another State of the Garden video. Alright, so a lot has happened since my last video. I've just been updating with photos and stuff because it's a lot quicker, but I'll try to give a quick rundown of what I've been doing. This right here is an area that I'm trying to cut all the grass out of. I've just got that little chunk left. And once I get that all dug up, I'm going to lay a bunch of compost down, my compost that I made in my compost bins. Lay all that down on top, and then I'm going to lay a whole bunch of the red cedar mulch like I have under those on top as well. And I'll slowly add plants before the ground freezes. Got a few ideas for it, but nothing's like set in stone yet because I didn't realize how badly draining this area is, but I'll figure it out. So that's that. It's taking me a while because it keeps raining and I don't want to be trying to haul sod that's soaking wet, you know. I planted some pansies in here a few weeks ago. They're doing pretty well. This area does not get a lot of rain. Like, it's been raining all morning, but it's still dry. So that area over there gets rain, but this doesn't, so I'll need to water them. But they're doing well. Got some hydrangeas in there also, and then some hostas. Everything's happy, and I'm happy because this place is hard to plant. It's dry shade, so it's like, you gotta stay on top of it. Here is my little border garden. Right now the only thing still really flowering are the zinnias. Some of the snapdragons are still going. My alyssum's still going. Most of the Lithidora died. I think it was too hot for it. But then these little peacock orchids are blooming, and they are so cool. Unfortunately, they face the wrong way because the sun is behind me, or goes that way, and so they're all facing that way. But that's okay. They are so pretty. I just love them so much, and they smell like sunscreen or like coconut or something. And I didn't think they'd come up, but they did. They sure did come up. Those are the ones that I planted in the ground while there was still a bunch of grass here. And then I dug all the grass out, and I was like, oh, I hope those peacock orchids will be okay. They were fine. They were good. But yeah, I've been, you know, picking some of the dahlias whenever I remember to. I haven't really stayed on it that hard, but they've kept flowering regardless of my poor deadheading. So we're gonna run into the actual fenced garden. It is raining, so everything's kind of droopy. There's what's left of my sunflowers. I've been cutting them down as they've been falling to the ground. So as soon as the heads start touching the ground, I take them down. I've got them all hanging in my laundry room. That's... oh, still got a bee on that one. Right there. Hi, little bee. Even in the rain. I love the sunflowers. Lots of pollen on them. These are the beans that I planted. They're getting eaten by something, but they're fine. They're doing fine. They got blooms. Then here's my little tunnel of watermelon and cantaloupe. The watermelons will not grow. Looks like I've got a little one right here right now, but it'll probably die and fall off. And I don't know why, but they're all doing it. And it's driving me nuts. And at this point, it's done. You know, tomorrow's fall. So, oh well. But I do have some cantaloupes growing. Look at that. I got a few of them. So, that worked. The watermelons did not work, but the plants sure do look happy. It looks really cool, so I'll take it. Here's a little garden outside my son's window. Got some more Lithidora in there. Mother of Time. There's the dahlia plant that I did not take out of the ground over the winter, and it was just fine down in there, even without any mulching. I've got some Shasta daisies, holding on to blooming. Yep. And then here I've pulled all of the broccoli plants because they were done. My Brussels sprouts will not bristle. I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know if I was supposed to like bury them deeper. I don't know, but they don't want to bristle. But they're pretty plants, so I left them. My zucchini got powdery mildew. Surprise. So I cut off all the powdery mildew leaves. I gotta carry those down somewhere. That's not the compost. But that's what a zucchini plant looks out like with all of its leaves cut off. I just left the few that were on there. Figure I'd give them a chance at least to get going. And that's the rest of my bean plants. They're still happy. The romaine is bolted, so I'll probably pull all that up and start a new batch. I also pulled up all the corn because it did not grow properly. It stayed short. The ears were like mutated. Didn't work out. So if you're gonna do a Three Sisters thing in a small area, you're gonna have to fertilize. You know, it was an experiment. I figured it wouldn't work and it didn't work. But now I have some cool decorations for the front yard. And I know. Over here, I've got a bunch of blueberry plants that my guy went and bought recently. I have to dig and plant them. And they like acid soil, so I'll have to go get some of that acid mix stuff to put in the holes when I plant them. But our soil is pretty acidic already just because of all our evergreens. So I'll just use a bit of that when I plant them. Bonus, these blueberries have columbines in them. A couple of them do. I don't know what that is. I'll have to pull that out because that looks weedy. But then there's another columbine in this one. And these are Duke blueberries, the big ones. And the smaller guys are Sweetheart blueberries. And both of them have absolutely awesome fall colors going on. They're beautiful plants. Over here I have some potatoes that I threw in these pots because they were sprouting in my pantry. I kind of wish I had put them in deeper pots now because I could bury them more and get even more potatoes. But that's what I have. I've already got it mostly filled up. I'll probably add some more compost just to try to fill them all the way. Maybe put a bit more mound in the middle. But yeah, those are just those little baby potatoes from the grocery store. They're very happy. As far as in here goes, that's what's going on, you know. It's last day of summer, so everything is ending. For me, doesn't have to. I know other people still got a bunch going, but it's pretty much it for me. Started more compost over here. Over here, we've got compost that's just about ready. I was gonna flip it into this other area, you know, but it's finishing up here. It doesn't even need the third turn. So I'm gonna use that in that front bed. And then whenever we plant these these blueberries, and I've got fruit trees too, they're out front. It's two cherry trees, and a couple of plum trees. And so this will be used up. There probably won't be any left in a couple weeks. So that other compost needs to get going. I need to get some more hay or straw or something to cover the top with. Give it a little blanket. Here are a couple of plants that I'm planning to put in that front bed. I've just been slowly gathering them. There's a salvia there. And this is a blue spruce. Now, I don't know how well it's gonna do because it's such a little bitty baby. We'll see. It was quite expensive for this little stick. It's just a little dwarf globe spruce or something like that. It has red pine cones. That's how it came in the mail. Just the stick, and I potted it up in some compost and some dirt.
Who knows? Let's hope. Let's hope.
So that is state of the garden for today. It's not a ton going on because it's all ending. I might plant some chard I have, just because my little sister gave it to me and I haven't planted it yet, and it's a good time to plant it now. Not a big chard eater, but I'm sure I can find someone who is. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.